Okay, so we're going to try and teach you how to add these collapsible divs. As you can see, I have two here now for the next two events. They collapse and expand as they're clicked on. And the way we do this is here in the back. So you're probably used to looking at like the visual editor. Um, and you know that shows everything, but for this, we're actually going to be using this text editor. And as we go in here, we're going to find switching back and forth kind of causes some problems, by the way. But in this format, you'll need this little piece here. So this expand title H2. Notice a couple of things. Number one, there is text in quotes. So quotes start here, quotes end here for the title. And you'll notice I have a BR in the middle of this. That's a page break so that we dictate that San Antonio starts on the next line right here. And then we have tag equals H2. This is another item here. It should all be the same. This should be the same for every single one you do. Obviously, this section right here is going to change every time because Havana Boys Club special event, that'll stay the same. But then you'll have different information here. Sorry, this is in the wrong place. So that's the first piece, is that top piece. Then the second piece is this expand code that ends it right here. And you'll see switching back and forth, it's not a good deal. It erases the parts of this div. So I don't know if this is a really good long-term solution for you, just because you're always going to have to deal with the code back here. You can't really use the front-end editor. Now, I'm not really positive of a way to make that happen where you could use the front-end editor with a collapsible div. So in any event, here's how you would, add another one. So you'll come down, you'll take from a bottom expanded bracket, and we'll go up to this title expanded bracket, which is the beginning. You'll copy it. You'll come down here. You'll want to keep that center tag at the bottom, and then you'll paste it. That should give us a third one down here. Great. So we've got our third one. Obviously, it's an exact replica of this one. So, the rest of it's just changing text, really. So it's going to be a little hard to decipher because you have so many colors and things going on here, but we'll just change this to Dallas, Texas, and we'll say, where do you normally have these things? I don't know. Dallas Pub. We'll make this one the 29th, 7:30. All that stays the same. You have to come down here. Havana Boys Club presents. That's presents. Then you'll have to come down here and find, Model Appreciation Night. We'll change that to whatever it is. Pub Night. Sponsored by. Come down here again. Ketel One Vodka. We'll change this to, Taiku, which I don't even think you work with anymore, but, our lovely hostesses. Girls' names, those are probably pretty regular. Great Sticks on Dallas's largest cigar patio. That might be true, maybe we're not. Drawing for tonight, members only. More details later. So this one doesn't have details yet on that, but you would fill that in. Our sponsors, Platinum. I'm sure these change very regular, or not very frequently, but when they do, you would change them here. These great parties are made possible by exclusive sponsors. And then follow Havana Boys Club on, and you can see your links to different YouTube channels. And then you've got all your RSVP stuff that's probably in here. Photos by Bob links in here. This is a table that gives you some space. Then you've got drink responsibly, yada, yada, yada. So as you can kind of see, here's your gifts at the very bottom. Really, you should be able to take that space out. Carbon fiber cutter, lighter from E-lighters, etc., etc. So anyway, you can change all that stuff out every single time. Of course, you click update, come back over here, refresh it, and you're going to have the new thing. Dallas Pub, May 29th. All your details are here. You can see the stuff we changed. Pub night, Taiku, hostesses, etc. So anyways, that's how you do it. But the most important pieces are the opening and the closing expand brackets. I'm going to go ahead and take this off so it's not on your site any longer than it has been here a few minutes. But basically, you'll want to make sure that this right here is exactly the same. Obviously, like I said, you're going to change these links here, but these quotation marks, incredibly important here and here, as well as this close bracket tag, open bracket tag. Then at the very bottom, you need to make sure you have one of these. And if you have all that, you should pretty much have success. It's definitely going to be a learning curve because you are going to have to deal with some of this blank code to do it in this format. But this is really the only way I know of to do it. And like I said, switching back and forth from visual to text is really not all that great of a thing. It erases some stuff with these collapsible divs in there. So pretty much on this page, you'll just want to stay on the text editor all the time. And it's definitely going to take you a little learning to do it, but it provides the flexibility you want. The only other thing I can think of is if you started just making individual pages for them, and maybe under events, where's events? I'm on it. So under events, you'd have a drop down that would come down, and it would say whatever the title is. You would just keep changing the date. So the first one would say May 14th, the second one would say May 21st. They click on it, and boom, they get this whole page on there. So instead of putting all the events on one page, you'd probably make 3 or 4 event pages that you would just rotate out and change the dates on. Maybe that's easier, I don't know. Anyway, my thoughts, that's the tutorial, and I'm sure you'll have questions, so let me know. Thanks.